RITC Cybersecurity, empowering businesses with robust cybersecurity protection.
This is Ciphered Reality from RITC Cybersecurity, your gateway into the shadowy world of cybersecurity threats. Stay tuned for cybersecurity tips and tricks to protect yourself and your business. I'm Mike Rotondo with my co-hosts Mari Cherry and Nikki Rodriguez. Today, we will cover the latest threats, hacks, AI news, risk solutions, and shadow IT. Connect with us at ritcsecurity.com/contact. Let's jump into today's top security news. And I think Nikki's kicking us off right now.
Hello, yes, I am. So, who has macOS and uses ChatGPT and Grok? I'm going to guess a lot of people. So, first story is entitled Threat Actors Weaponize ChatGPT Grok and Leverages Google Ads to Distribute macOS. AMOS Stealer. This one comes from cybersecuritynews.com. This is from this past week. This one starts off by reading, criminals have developed a sophisticated attack campaign that exploits user trust in artificial intelligence platforms to distribute the atomic macOS Stealer, or the AMOS, marking a dangerous evolution in social engineering tactics. This new threat combines legitimate AI chatbots services from ChatGPT and Grok with paid Google advertising to lure unsuspecting Mac users into executing malicious terminal commands and compromise their systems. The campaign specifically targets individuals searching for common troubleshooting solutions, such as clearing disk space on macOS, redirecting them to seemingly authentic AI-generated instructions hosted on trusted domains. The attack method leverages a technique known as click fix, where users are tricked into manually running shell commands that download and install malware into their devices.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I feel like that's always our response.
Yeah.
So great.
Well, here's Mac was superior and more safe, and this kind of stuff didn't happen, and here it is, guys.
I don't know that it was necessarily more safe. I think it was just there was less adopted, so it was targets of opportunity. And now that Mac is pretty much ubiquitous, it's like, why not? You know?
Yeah.
So that was common knowledge, I feel like, though, that it was more safe.
Yeah, it was perceived to be, yeah.
Yeah. It was really, definitely.
But I think it's pretty much, I mean, it is still safer than Windows. I mean,
right.
You know.
I know. I was surprised to hear you say that.
Yeah. It's still safer than Windows. Most things are safer than Windows.
Yeah.
Crossing a street blindfolded is probably safer than Windows. But
you love
Thanks
Windows,
for making
Microsoft.
me feel bad.
I do. You'll get a Mac device eventually.
Mm-hmm. We'll get you there.
I already bought the iPhone to go back for years and gave in.
Mm-hmm.
But what's funny is we invited someone that does O365 security on our podcast sometime in March. So,
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's going to be exciting. Yeah, so keep an ear out for that. I'm excited, actually. I really am excited for that.
Yeah.
Going back to this story, though, I read a part that it says the Flare analysts identified that attackers create shareable AI chat that links containing step-by-step installation guides. Disguised as legitimate macOS troubleshooting instructions.
It's pretty interesting. Definitely a new tap. So
yeah.
But the fact that they trick people in opening up terminals and putting in these, what they think is how they're going to fix something, and in reality, it's giving them control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that's scary.
Exactly. That's what I was just reading on if you scroll down a little bit and read a little further, it says these AI-generated conversations contain carefully crafted instructions that prompt users to open their terminal application and paste what appears to be a harmless command.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. It's tricky.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I would say one of the things I gave an example of is something actually I've been dealing with is that, how do you reclaim used Mac space? And they gave commands to run on your disk, and it was like, well, these will actually take over your computer.
Do it.
So
it's so scary. How do you know what's safe and what's not?
Well, here's the crazy part. It says as well, additionally, harvest browser data from Chrome, Safari, and Firefox, including passwords, cookies, autofill information, and active login sessions.
Right. That's why you don't store passwords in your browser.
Yeah.
What? No, I'm just kidding. I actually don't do that.
I hope
Not anymore.
Yeah, right.
Not anymore.
No. But anyway, this AMOS thing is pretty, I mean, it's pretty wicked. I mean, if you're out there legitimately looking for help, I would make the one recommendation. If somebody's telling you to put terminal commands in for something, make multiple checks. Trust your source. Don't trust your source of just random Google search. Actually verify it. And you know what? Apple support is free. Call Apple support or something, or call your 14-year-old kid that probably knows better.
Oh, man.
Kids.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
All
I think
right.
we're done.
That reminds me of a line from Fletch. Sorry, it's like he's trying to do something. He's like, all I need now is a computer and a 12-year-old kid to teach me how to use it.
Yeah. For real, though. For real.
So this one affects Microsoft Store rather. So this one is entitled Microsoft Store Outlook Add-in Hijack to Steal 4,000 Microsoft Accounts. Yay.
Cool.
This one's from the bleepingcomputer.com. And this one starts off by reading, the agree to add-in for Outlook has been hijacked and turned into a phishing kit that stole more than 4,000 Microsoft account credentials. Originally a legitimate meeting scheduling tool for Outlook users. The module was developed by an independent publisher and has been on the Microsoft Office add-in store since December 2022. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
I know. Office add-ins are just URLs pointing to content loaded into Microsoft products from the developer server. In the case of Agree To, the developer used a Vercel-hosted URL, but abandoned the project. However, the add-in continued to be listed on Microsoft Store, and a threat actor claimed its orphaned URL to plant a phishing kit. Yeah, according to researchers at supply chain security company Ploy, say that the threat actor taking over the project deployed a fake Microsoft sign-in page, a password collection page, an exfiltration script, and a redirect. Yeah.
That's a lot.
A lot. I can say this, I'm not a person, even though I do use a PC still, an HP, and I'm using Windows, and I use Microsoft. I don't use Outlook, thankfully. I don't.
Yeah.
A lot of their app stuff, I use different stuff, so I will say that.
Well, I mean, Agree To is a good. I mean, the concept behind it was a good idea. I mean, because like we have, in our signature pages, the ability to book a meeting with Mari and I, right?
Yeah.
So, and there's a lot of tools out there like that. So I understand why the tool was there. The fact that it existed
Right.
on Microsoft Store for 4 years with nobody catching on the fact that it
insane.
was a phishing kit
Yeah.
is a little disconcerting.
I'm surprised more people didn't fall prey to it in the amount of time it's on there.
Yeah.
It probably is. Yeah.
But that's just
Oh.
reported or known of,
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
because that's going on, 4 years of sitting on there before being caught.
They just barely removed it, right?
Mhm.
It was like,
I love this line. When submitting a module, Microsoft reviews the manifest file and signs it for approval. Yeah.
I mean, maybe. Maybe.
You know what you don't see on TV anymore is Microsoft advertising themselves as a security company.
No.
They did that for a couple of years.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Okay.
vaguely remember that. Yes.
Yeah. And they were on some government council with Google and all the rest of the big guys, and they were,
Really?
advising the government how to be secure. And I was like, really? You guys?
Now they're in the
Really?
no-no zone.
Oh my gosh.
They got put in timeout.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
Exactly.
They got the dunce cap put on.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Google's gonna be right there, you guys. Just the way they're getting hit is pretty funny at this.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not funny, but it's a lot.
Well,
Yeah.
if you look at Chrome from an OSINT perspective, open source intelligence perspective, Chrome is
Yeah.
actually where it's easiest to spy on people because Chrome actually watches everything that you do. So if you can
Yes.
hack into their Chrome, you can do pretty much anything you
Mm-hmm.
want. Which is why I use Safari and DuckDuckGo and Brave and these other ones. Even though
Well, now
Brave is a
Safari's
Chrome-based
getting
browser.
breached.
I'm sorry.
Now Safari's getting breached, like in our last story.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there were multiple in that one that I was surprised about, actually.
uh-huh.
I don't remember
I
all
was
of them
too.
now, but yeah, reading through it, I was
Firefox
like, oh
and
no.
Chrome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I used Firefox for a while to get away from like the big ones. I've used DuckDuckGo, same thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if like DuckDuckGo starts getting hit as well now.
Well, we did a story a while ago, Mari, where it was like how browsers are now the new attack vector
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
there's less security on them.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So
That actually
Oh,
definitely makes
man. Yeah, that's great. That's really great. That's really
good to
good.
know.
It is, well, yeah, it is good to know. You're right. That's good information. I'd rather know than not know.
Yeah.
I wonder how many things now in the App Store. Now
Probably a lot.
that makes me think, like, yeah, even apps you have to make sure are legitimate and
Yeah, how do we know?
Yeah. Well,
How do people know?
You don't. I mean, it used to be that it had to be signed by, and it was signed and tested by the vendor, and they've relaxed that stuff. Apple still does, I think, to a certain extent, but for the most part, Android is pretty much whatever you want, and Microsoft apparently is.
yeah.
We won't go there.
Yeah, and
but
obviously, do they have teams that are reviewing what apps are being put
they're
into the servers?
supposed to be testing them.
I was going to say they
This one was
should.
in there for 4 years.
Well, so
insane.
I was dealing with a friend of mine, and they have a 14-year-old daughter, a 15-year-old daughter, and she has no social media, but she likes playing with making videos herself. 'Cause she's a dancer, and
Right.
she's kind of stuff. So she wanted this recording tool, and she wanted this editing tool. So they went, and she pestered them for it, and they went ahead and broke down and did it. And I was sitting there talking to him, and I'm like, wait. And they're like, oh, it's just on her phone. It's not like the data's going anywhere. It's like, no.
Yeah, it
The
is.
front end's on the phone. It's going
Yeah, it
somewhere.
is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think a lot of people believe that when you download an app, it just exists on your phone. And it doesn't.
No,
So it's connected to a back-end
Unfortunately.
data center somewhere, and it's doing something.
we should probably talk more about that in an episode.
We probably should.
Yeah, that's a
what
good
what
idea.
really are your apps doing?
Yeah.
So
Oh, like in the background as they're functioning?
yeah, because the
Yeah, they're
truth is-
collecting data. You have to turn all that stuff off.
right. But I mean, well, that's one of the things behind TikTok, right? They have to have, in order for TikTok to run, it has to have access to basically godlike permissions on your device.
Right. That's why I don't have it.
So, yeah, and I mean, but that's why, and I keep coming back to this. When TikTok first came out, those of us in the security profession were warned, stay the hell away from this. And now, I mean, they literally had to kick it out. They had to block it from government computers.
Yeah.
Because too many people were putting it
People
on
were
their
just
devices.
installing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So some
Just
genius
block
made
it.
the
I
decision to allow it. And it's like,
You have to treat your employees how you treat your children with electronics.
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
yeah, so, but yeah,
Great.
it's kind of scary, the stuff that's being done. And, you think the experts, it was funny, I was watching the news, and it's, we're heading to a partial government shutdown over this funding
Yeah.
deal. Anyway, they're like, yeah, and CIS is going to be shut down. And I was just looked at the news, and I was like, and so? You may be better off. I don't know.
Maybe we'll find out.
So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Well, I mean, cybersecurity is under the branch of Department of Homeland
Yeah.
Security and stuff.
Under CISA, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but it's like, a all that brilliant advice they give out. Like they sent out the FBI top 10. I don't remember if I sent that to you, Nikki, but I sent it to Mari.
I don't think so.
It's like, yeah, okay, it's all common sense. It's like adapt phish-resistant authentication. Thank you.
You got
it. Implement a risk-based vulnerability program. Okay. Track and retire end-of-life technology on a defined schedule. Manage third-party risk. Got it. Protect security logs and preserve them for their appropriate time. Got it. Maintain offline immutable backups and test restoration. Okay. Identify, inventory, and protect internet-facing systems and services. Oh, really? So like firewalls and stuff. Strengthen email authentication and malicious content protections. Okay. Reduce administrative privileges. Exercise your instant response plan with stakeholders. It's like, okay, does none of that is
talking to the everyday. You have to remember that the everyday person using their computer probably isn't.
Yeah.
Well versed, we'll say.
That's fair.
But it was sent around to security professionals, and I was
no.
Yeah, it was sent to people at my level, and I was just like,
no,
you killed digital trees for this. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Like, this is why, like, day one floppy disk computer.
Yeah.
Security. Guys, I think this is from 1990. We might take this list.
And if you're a CISO and you need that reminder that perhaps CISO isn't the job for you.
I was just going to say, how can you be a CISO, though, and utilize that?
I could just see the meeting, too. All right, guys. I brought in all our directors and managers and team leaders. This is the recommendation from the FBI. We have to get this stuff implemented immediately. And the just stone cold silence, staring back. And I'm like, yes, boss, we'll get right on that.
You betcha. You betcha. Oh man.
Thanks for the groundbreaking advice, sir.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, are you guys ready to move on to some more news? I found some with healthcare. We've done some, but we
haven't done much lately.
Anyway, not lately. Anyway, so we'll move on. All right, is your provider using AI as a scribe? Ambient AI Scribes: efficiency gains versus emerging privacy and cybersecurity risks. This is from AmericanBar.org. AI-powered ambient scribe tools that listen to clinician-patient conversations and automatically generate draft clinical notes are rapidly gaining traction in healthcare because they can significantly cut documentation time and help reduce clinician burnout, which I understand this point of view. I get it. It makes sense to me. But in studies cited by the Reuters article, clinicians reported improved communication with patients and higher job satisfaction when using these systems. However, the technology also raises novel legal and privacy risks. That's weird. Unlike traditional documentation software, ambient scribes passively record sessions, creating tension with existing privacy laws and consent frameworks. Beyond privacy, there are malpractice and regulatory risks linked to AI-generated documentation errors or hallucinations. I think we could do an entire episode just on that. 100%. But anyway, ethical questions about clinician reliance on AI outputs and evolving federal and state laws that aim to impose transparency, cybersecurity risk analysis, and review requirements for AI use in clinical records.
Yeah.
Audio recordings and transcripts constitute electronic protected health information and create new data flows, storage points, and access risks.
And my initial question is, where's the data stored?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who has access to it? What kind of controls are on it? Have you tested it? Did you do a vendor assessment? Or did you think, oh, this is really cool, we should buy this because it's AI and it's safe?
Dude.
Mm-hmm. It was recommended and someone said it's good.
Dude.
Yeah.
Jim at the golf course said we should use those.
Yeah. My colleague told me that I should use this. He said it's great. So
this sounds like
they were at a medical conference and they're like talking about it and everybody's like, oh, okay, we'll buy it. But yeah, I mean, you got to know it's coming, right? Where they're just going to sit there and eventually the walls are listening to you at that point.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
So
it just sounds like a HIPAA disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Like just a giant wad of NIST and HIPAA violation.
Yes. Yes, completely.
Really bad. I'm
Yeah.
listening to them all. First of all, who's their cybersecurity team? Because I feel bad for them.
Yeah. It's one of those.
No,
It's
no.
like, how is the data stored? I guarantee you that 90% of the users on this have no idea and never even bothered to ask that question.
Yeah.
Well, that's like, remember the person
say
I
that's
told you I
accurate.
talked to that said they use the cloud and they're in medical? Well, it's in the
Yeah.
cloud. I was like, okay.
It sure is.
Go on. More. So what does that mean? Because to me, that means you're not safe.
Yeah. And once and for all, the cloud is somebody else's computer.
Yes.
All it is. Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
I'm storing my data on Mari's computer and saying, well, it's in the cloud.
Maybe it is on my computer.
Well, no, I have no doubt that I've been hacked many times by you. There's very suspicious email I get from you all the time.
She's sending phishing emails.
Oh my gosh. That's really funny,
I'm going to
actually.
ransomware my computer and go, okay, let's talk about that raise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember when this was mentioned? I do. I got so many. Now they just go straight to my spam folder, but I got so many from Mike when I first started, and it was like always all caps and like 5 exclamation points, like, please contact me and confirm your mobile phone number. And I was
That's
like,
fine. I still get them all the time since I started working with you guys.
yeah, it's weird. Like you don't already have it, but
All the time.
okay.
Yeah.
No need
I
for
love
you
it's
to
always
have
the mobile.
prior. I'm pretty sure I had your cell number.
Yeah. It's like you would think people would understand that too, especially if it's a employee. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Of course, they're gonna have your phone number.
Yeah. What were you saying, Nikki?
Wouldn't.
No, I get them all the time
Yeah.
still. I mean, you can tell right away. That's exactly, I'm like, the first time I was like, why would he need my number? And that I always check the source, like where the email's coming from. Right away, I'm like, okay, random GFKHJ elemental P at
Yeah. I don't think so.
Now, if you're in a bigger
Definitely
company,
Mike emailing me right now from our work email.
yeah,
For sure.
if
That's
you're
his
in a bigger
Hotmail.
company and you've got a new boss or something like that, like if you were hired by HR and then you're showing up and you're working for Mari and you haven't really met yet and you need their cell, so that's where the legitimate social engineering hook comes in.
Yeah.
However, once you check the email address, but most people are going to say, "Oh, my boss really needs my phone number."
Yeah.
So, if you think about it, when I was at a very large bank where I was one of like 320,000 people.
Right.
So if I got an email like that from someone claiming to be my boss saying, "Hey, send me your cell phone number. I need your cell phone number," it might be like, maybe he really does need my cell number.
Well, I think people don't check who the sender is because they'll put, the right first and last name, but obviously with a big company like that, they're going to have an email that's linked to the company name. So I think that's one way you can teach people to defend themselves. Go and look at what the source is that is coming from.
Right.
Yeah. Also, shouldn't that be in like an onboarding policy that like aren't there employee files?
Yeah, they should be getting it from HR, not from you.
Yeah. 100%. Okay. Well, that's
That
fun.
should also be part of the cybersecurity training.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Look
Should
at
be
you.
written into policy, guys.
So none of this has anything to do with the story we were talking about, but interesting nonetheless.
Yes. We went down the rabbit hole.
Every freaking time. Every time. It's
just
fine.
always
Okay.
do
Well, it's fine. We'll get back on track.
This cyber reality tangents.
We should actually. Tangents.
Tangents.
Yes. Okay. We'll get back on track. Is your healthcare provider vetting their third-party vendors? Probably not.
No, not based on that first story.
Nope. All right.
Gonna
Yeah, it's scary. Healthcare breaches double as shadow AI vendor risks proliferate. This is from cybersecuritydive.com. Fortified's report paints a picture of a healthcare sector that recognizes the risks it faces, but isn't confident in its ability to combat them. That's really
great.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the issue of third-party risk, for example, only 4% of healthcare organizations expressed high confidence in the adequacy of their vendor risk assessments.
What?
So, yeah, after that first story, nearly 2/3 said they were somewhat confident, but almost 30% said they weren't confident at all.
Well, I'm going to a witch doctor in Africa to my data cannot be breached.
Yeah. And when it comes to incident response, only 6% of organizations said they were very confident that they could quickly identify and recover from an incident. A larger share said they were somewhat confident. Let's see. Fortified said that the data showed progress without full trust in speed or consistency under pressure. So that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
RITCsecurity.com/contact. Just saying.
Yes. Yeah, just saying. Just throwing that out there. If you would like to learn how to properly vet your third-party vendors so you don't have to deal with a security breach.
And do your IR tabletops.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, those numbers were sad.
Yeah, really sad, actually.
4%?
Yeah. Well, was it? Yeah, it was 4%.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're just recording your conversations in your doctor visits.
And there's a big data center in Changzhou.
Somewhere.
Yep.
Maybe multiple.
I read a story where they had already started using AI as doctors in China, but China obviously doesn't care, and they're the threat actors half the time. So there are people already used to it.
They were what?
They know they're getting spied on by the government, and so they're not. They're not
put up kiosks on the street.
Yes, yeah, I saw that. That's what I was reading on, and it's all AI, and it treats basic stuff. Yeah, it just happened recently, but. Remember, China's one of the biggest threat actors, right? Like North Korea, China, Russia, we know the big ones. So over there, I'm sure their citizens are just used to being so violated because, the communism and stuff that they just are conditioned to feel like that's okay to have your personal information just out there in the air.
Mm-hmm.
But I would venture to say that if you put those on any college campus in the U.S.
God. The amount of kids that
that would be a nightmare. That's no good. That can't be.
No.
Are they just strictly to diagnose? Even that though, even
you
that's
go
sketchy.
You have strep throat and you tell them what symptoms you have, and based on that, it'll give a treatment and it writes a prescription.
Yeah.
If you
it writes a prescription.
Send it to a pharmacy. Yeah.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
What?
Said no.
Yeah. So, drop that on any college campus in the U.S. and guarantee...
I want to know, how does malpractice work?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm suing this computer.
What in the world? Okay, I got to write this
Go
down.
after.
What the heck?
Yeah.
So I guess whatever company owns it and is putting it out there, that's a huge liability, though.
Imagine you're I have a sore throat and a stuffy nose. What do I need? Well, you have gonorrhea. Here's some meds.
But for real, though, you know how people are always like, don't Google your symptoms. You do, and it's like you're dying.
Right.
How is that a good idea? What in the world?
I remember when COVID first came out and you Google the symptoms of COVID, and I looked at the list and I'm like, well, that's everything. You can't
literally everything. Yeah, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, cough, fever. It literally was everything.
Itchy skin, itchy skin.
Yeah.
It's like we can't have everything.
Literally, yeah.
Why don't you just say, we don't know, and we guess it might be this. Right, so, and then the shadow IT threat is another big deal because, and that's one of the things we actually just talked to one of our healthcare clients about the other day was that we need to there's an appliance out there from one of our partners that will actually block non-approved AI from actually getting out to the internet. All right, so why don't we do this? We're going to transition. We're going to do something new on this podcast. We decided that we're going to go ahead and ask our AI questions.
Yes.
And we're going to see how different our answers are depending on the AI we use.
Because it's supposed
So,
to adapt to your usage with your own AI. So we want to see if it gives us different answers based on how we ask and the things we look up as it's collecting data on us.
right.
Yes.
Yeah. So I am using DuckDuckGo's.
I'm going to use my Google Gemini.
Yeah.
What's our first question we want to do?
Our first question is, what is the healthiest fast food restaurant?
Okay. What did you get, Mike?
It's still looking, so.
Okay, I got mine. So mine
Okay.
chose for me Chipotle, Kava, and Sweet Green.
Chipotle. All right, mine chose Kava,
Okay.
Chipotle, Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, Panera Bread, and then Subway.
Okay, that's interesting because when I scroll down, it gives some more options. And one of mine was Taco Bell and Chick-fil-A, but mine's Starbucks as one of them.
Really? Well,
Your
okay,
girl has
so,
the Starbucks app. So clearly we know what's happening with that app in the background.
uh-huh, yeah. Um, w- I'm sorry, but Taco Bell and healthy?
Okay, I will vouch for this. It does have a healthy menu and it's really good. They have these cantina bowls and you can actually modify everything on them. And it's like lettuce, salsa, chicken or steak, like low-fat cheese and black beans and rice. And then you can modify whether you put sauce and stuff on them. And it actually is, and it's got like guac and stuff. It's actually pretty healthy.
So, but Taco Bell is famous for serving food that was one step above animal grade, animal feed grade.
Have beans from reconstituted with water and boiling bags, and I still
Yeah,
eat those burritos.
yeah.
Trust.
And then Chipotle, every time I hear Chipotle, I think of that old South Park cartoon of Chipotle, where everybody is
Yes.
So without getting too graphic, you can just
That was because they were having that problem for a long time with E. coli
yeah,
contamination that was happening from whoever their vendors were for their vegetables. I do remember that, and that had happened more than once.
yeah,
And it hasn't happened in a long time. I will say Chipotle, quality wise, after McDonald's sold them, definitely got better and better quality. So it is, I do think it's a good choice. I wouldn't put it on my top list, maybe.
no,
Kava is fantastic if you've ever had Kava.
never been there.
It's actually really, really good. So I will agree with that one. Starbucks, heck no.
Yeah, I know
There's
that food
nothing
isn't even
healthy about
made there.
Starbucks. It is like even their food when you read like I'm guilty sometimes I'll get their breakfast sandwiches that you think are healthy, but if you read the ingredients on them, there
Yeah,
are so many preservatives and fake ingredients in it. It's not healthy. So I'm kind of shocked that and that tells me that my AI is just reading in the background, like I was
yes,
saying talking about apps. So it knows that I use the Starbucks app and it
yep,
knows that I'm healthy. So that's crazy.
yep. Let's do this one. What is better, bourbon or Scotch?
I mean, mine didn't give an exact.
No, mine said it's based on personal preference.
So should we? I don't
So I
know.
put why is Scotch better because that's my preference. And it says many
That's
enthusiasts
mine.
argue that Scotch is superior for several reasons, largely tied to its complexity, cultural heritage, and diverse flavor profiles. And I'm going to just ask, does bourbon suck?
Yeah, mine said Scotch is often considered superior due to its complex, diverse flavor profiles, ranging from
Yeah.
smoky, peaty to fruity. Yeah, which I prefer Scotch as well.
The question of whether bourbon sucks is subjective and varies widely based on individual taste preferences. Here are some considerations to help frame the discussion. So, you knew that was coming. How about who is the strongest Marvel character?
Ooh, okay.
What do you got?
Mine says the overall strongest and most powerful entity in the Marvel universe is the one above all, as the supreme being and creator of the Marvel omniverse.
Interesting.
What does yours say?
It says In the vast universe of Marvel Comics, several characters could claim the title of strongest based on different criteria, such as physical strength, cosmic abilities, or overall power. Here are some of the top contenders: the Hulk, Thor, Sentry, The Thing, Hercules, and Galacticus.
Completely different than mine. Mine
Yeah.
just straight up said the one above all,
Yeah.
the creator of the Omniverse.
Yeah, and it left out Captain Marvel. So
That's crazy. And then it says top tier cosmic and reality warpers, pre-retcon beyond Earth. These are ones that I haven't even heard of. Well, Thanos, I know.
yeah,
The Living
Then-
Tribunal, Molecule Man, and then it just gives extremely powerful characters. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Physically strongest, it says Hercules, Hulk, Sentry, Thor, Gladiator.
Interesting.
Yeah. So definitely different.
All right. Next one. Who would win in a fight between Deadpool and Darth Vader? All right. What do you got?
Oh, this one definitely is for me.
Okay.
It says Darth Vader. And my car, I have a Tesla, and my Tesla's name is Lord Vader, and I collect Star Wars stuff, mostly Vader's.
Nice.
Yeah.
In the this one says the outcome of a hypothetical battle between Deadpool and Darth Vader would largely depend on the context and rules of engagement. Here's a breakdown of their strengths and weaknesses. Which, if those two are fighting, there aren't any rules. In a straightforward fight, Darth Vader might have the upper hand due to his mastery of force and combat skills. However, Deadpool's regeneration and unpredictable nature could allow him to outlast Vader longer than most opponents. So, it
Mine
basically
just
doesn't give an answer.
Darth Vader generally wins due to superior power, utilizing the Force to incapacitate, dismember, and immobilize Deadpool, effectively neutralizing his healing factor. While Deadpool's immortality and unpredictability make him a difficult opponent, Vader can overcome this by throwing him into a sun or using the Force to restrain him. I like my AI.
There you go. It's kind of funny the differences.
Yeah. I mean, clearly it knows me.
All right, so let's get philosophical on this one. Is it true that man has a dual nature?
Is it true that man has a dual nature?
Yeah.
Let's see. Thinking. Ooh, mine said right away, yes. It's widely considered true across philosophical and theological and psychological perspectives that humans possess a dual nature. This generally refers to the internal tension between opposing forces such as good and evil, selfishness and altruism, or the physical body and spiritual/rational soul.
It says
Mine was a yes.
So many philosophies, religious beliefs, and psychological theories propose that humans possess a dual nature, often constraining different aspects of human existence. This idea has been explored in various contexts. You're using what? Gemini?
I'm using Gemini. It gave me
Okay.
straightforward on that one.
So I'm using GPT-4o Mini, and right now we're asking questions. So the last one was, is it true that man has a dual nature? So ChatGPT just gives a bunch of options, and it says the concept of duality in human nature reflects the complex interplay between conflicting impulses, morality, and behaviors. Recognizes this duality can lead to greater self-understanding and compassion toward others. It is a central theme in many cultural narratives, allowing for a richer exploration of the human experience. I feel like yours is a little more concise and more decisive, whereas mine is just kind of like, I don't know.
Generalities.
Yeah. But is yours the one
Yeah.
do you use yours all the time? Is that why? I mean, or is it you just picked up a browser and started
I
hitting Gemini?
use that one, and I'll use the Safari one as well, kind of both in between.
Okay.
So
So what
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a chat AI tool. I use basically I'll log into DuckDuckGo and I'll just start asking their AI questions in the browser. And then
Yeah.
and that's all.
that's
I
what
do.
mine same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what mine is as well. It's just that it automatically uses Gemini when you search to give
Oh,
you
gotcha.
to prompt. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with, is the Cipher Reality Podcast the best podcast and most listened to?
Let's see. Oh, sad.
What's it say?
It says, based on podcast industry data and listener trends for quarter 4 of 2025 and early 2026, the Cipher Reality podcast is not considered the most listened to or top ranked podcast according to Edison Research, Spotify, and Pod News.
So go ahead and put like "You lie, it is the best." See what it says.
Put what?
You lie, it is the best. Just see what AI comes back with. So mine says, while Ciphered Reality focuses on cybersecurity and its associated challenges, does not have definite evidence to suggest that it is the most listened to or universally regarded as the best podcast in 2026.
So it just told me, while there is no record of a podcast specifically titled Cipher Reality being the most listened to show in the world, you might be thinking of several highly rated projects with similar names.
Jeez.
How
Wow.
rude.
That is a blow to the ego.
It's totally fighting me on this one.
Yeah. Tell me what I want to hear, damn it. All right, let's do one or two more. So I'm using ChatGPT, Nikki's using Gemini. Let's go with, which is more dangerous, curiosity or ignorance?
Which is more dangerous, curiosity or
Ignorance.
ignorance? Okay, this is interesting. It says philosophical consensus and historical data suggest that ignorance is generally considered more dangerous than curiosity because it creates a blind and often overconfident state that resists correction, while curiosity can lead to immediate physical or social risk. Ignorance has the potential for broader systemic harm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mine says curiosity can be dangerous when it leads to harmful explorations, but it's primarily promotes growth, innovation, and understanding. Conversely, ignorance can result in stagnation and vulnerability, often with dire consequences for individuals and society. Overall, curiosity, when harnessed wisely, is generally considered more beneficial than ignorance. It's crucial to balance the pursuit of knowledge with caution and ethical considerations.
Okay, so they both basically said ignorance is more dangerous in a roundabout way.
It's definitely not bliss.
No.
All right. I'm going to do one more.
Sure.
All right, so here's the options. Best place to ski in the world, best cigar, best sitcom, best Harry Potter book. Which is better, Android or Apple? What is better operating system, Apple or Windows? Who is the best car maker? Who is your favorite character on Schitt's Creek? What is better, Coke or Pepsi? Why do people drink Miller Lite, less filling or taste great? What is social norm that will look ridiculous in 50 years? I think that sounds like a good one. What job exists purely because humans overcomplicate things? What do you think?
I don't know. That's hard. There's a lot of good ones in there. I'm going to struggle with that.
Why don't we do what is a social norm that will look ridiculous in 50 years?
What is the social norm that will look ridiculous in 50 years?
Yeah.
This is an interesting response. It says, predicting the future is always a gamble, but based on current technological shifts and social critiques, several norms we take for granted today are likely to look bizarre or even barbaric. Something like that. For 50 years,
Nice.
That's hilarious. It puts it in quotations. It says, humans driving cars is one of them as autonomous vehicle technology matures. Okay, interesting. The 9-to-5 workday is one of them that it says will be not there. The rise of AI and remote work, which I agree with that.
Yeah.
Monetizing children on social media. There's a growing movement against parents using their children to create content for profit. Yeah. Corrective eyeglasses, eyewear.
Interesting.
Yeah. This one is factory farming and meat consumption. I will fight that. I'm gonna fight the meat. We're gonna fight the meat consumption.
Yeah.
My friends, that ain't, we ain't going the Bill Gates way with manufactured meat. You crazy.
No, and I know bugs.
I am not. Sorry. Physical needles for vaccines,
Interesting.
which I already know they do, like some of the ones. Well, this one's the high pressure injectors, but also there's nasal ones and stuff as well that they
Right.
have now too. So I'll agree with those. And then the last one it says is disposable plastics.
Okay.
Okay.
I got workplace dress codes. In an increasingly remote and tech-driven world, this expectation might seem outdated with a preference for comfort and individual expression.
I agree with that.
Social media etiquette. Future perspective. As society becomes more digital and aware of mental health implications, such behaviors might be viewed as superficial or even inauthentic.
Huh?
Traditional dating expectations. With evolving relationship structures and equality in dating, these norms could look overly structured or limiting. Congregating in public spaces.
Really?
With the growth of virtual reality and advanced technology, the idea of meeting physically might seem unnecessary or outdated. Which, in talking to Mari, her kids have virtual meetups, mean, that's becoming
My
a thing.
sister's in her 30s, and that's what her friends do.
Really?
Yeah, they're nerds. I'm a nerd too. They play Dungeons and Dragons, and they do like a virtual meetup for it.
Really?
That's how they do it. Once a month, they do it that way. And I've heard of this for other stuff as well. I personally like to talk to people in person, but I think that's also generational. I know that they've said actually along with that, like happy hour, Gen Z doesn't participate. It's older millennials and Gen X and older that still participate. And it's true because when you go to restaurants, you really do not see any Gen Zers or younger generations in there for happy hour. Yeah. I read an article on that, and I will agree with that 100%. They're not social in the same way that we are. So I agree with that.
I wonder how much of that is due to COVID.
It's due to COVID and just in general technology in general. Yeah. The rise of technology of, we didn't have phones and stuff. We've talked about this when we were younger. So we were forced to interact socially, and that's normal for us to have human to human contact. Whereas for them, it's more normal to do it through devices. Yeah. And they feel uncomfortable being in public places and around each other. All these kids have social phobias and stuff. It's really bizarre. They all will tell you, I have social anxiety. I'm like, what
do you mean?
What do you mean? What is social anxiety?
The last one on my list is the same as yours, consumption of animal products. As more people adopt plant-based diets for ethical and environmental reasons, traditional meat consumption might be viewed negatively or as a relic of the past. I don't believe that.
I don't either, and I don't think it has anything to do with ethics either because of productions of certain things and the way I actually really don't believe in that.
I just put in, we will eat meat forever, you lie. Let's see what it says. It sounds like you might have strong feelings about the ongoing role of meat in our diets. This is a topic that often generates passionate discussions. As it stands, many people believe that meat will always be a part of the human diet for cultural, culinary, and nutritional reasons. However, there's also a growing awareness of the environmental and ethical implications of meat consumption, leading some to explore alternatives.
So I put the same... Mine, I did the same thing. Listen, it's so funny because that is completely fair with an exclamation point. My previous point wasn't a prediction that meat eating itself would vanish, but rather a reflection on how the methods of production, like industrial factory farming, are being debated by futurists today. It apologized to me for insulting me. My AI is sensitive.
So I just said you're a hippie freak loser. And so it seems like you're feeling frustrated. I'm here to listen and engage in whatever topic you want to discuss. If there's something specific on your mind, whether it's about food, society, or anything else, feel free to share. It's comforting me.
At this point.
Oh, okay.
Let's do one more as long as you're here. You want to do which is the best Harry Potter book, or what and why, or what job exists purely because humans overcomplicate things, or what is the difference between good and evil? You get to pick.
Oh, I get to pick?
Yep.
Oh, lordy. Let's do the Harry Potter book.
You could ruin the entire podcast if you...
I know. No pressure, right? God.
Yeah. What do you got?
Which is the best Harry Potter book and why?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says. Oh, this is dangerous territory.
Mine says there isn't a single best in quotations. It's from personal preference, but fan polls...
Mine actually comes out and says Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Mine too.
Mine says that this was in the fan polls. That was in the top two, and then the second one was the Half-Blood Prince.
Okay. While opinions may vary, many fans feel that emphasis on friendship and personal growth along with a compelling narrative make Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban stand out as the best in the series.
Oh. It has... Nobody dies in that one either, do they?
Prisoner of Azkaban?
Right?
No. Yeah, no
Yeah.
one dies.
Yeah, mine lists Prisoner of Azkaban and then Goblet of Fire, which I love that one, but it's so sad.
Yeah.
And then the Deathly Hallows.
Poor
Okay, so
souls.
this is interesting. Mine breaks down why opinions vary, and it says for the plot and mystery, Goblet of Fire or Deathly Hallows. It says for the emotional journey, Order of the Phoenix.
Oh my gosh.
And then it
can't
says
tell.
for pure nostalgia, the first Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Oh, yeah. My
Interesting.
8-year-old just started reading the first one, and that I believe
Ew.
that one to be true for sure. She started reading it, and I was like, "Oh man,
Ew.
I remember when.
yeah, I remember when."
All right, let's do one more. What is the difference between good and evil? What job exists purely because humans are overcomplicate things? What is who is your favorite character on Schitt's Creek?
Let's do the job one.
Okay.
What
So
job? What is it?
What job exists purely because humans overcomplicate things?
Mine said, "Oh, I love this question."
Really?
Yeah,
Funny. What AI tool are you using?
ChatGPT
Okay.
What version?
5.2.
Okay, so
you're
different than
using
Mike's.
I'm using
And I'm using
4.0.
Gemini.
Okay.
All right. So what does yours say, Mari?
So it said, "Oh, I love this question. This is philosophical chaos in the best way." First, gentle reality check. Very few jobs exist purely because humans overcomplicate things. Most exist because scale creates complexity, regulations protect people, coordination requires structure, humans don't communicate clearly. But if we're being playfully honest, here are some strong contenders. 1, corporate process optimization roles. Sometimes these exist because too many meetings created too many workflows. Someone built a 42-step approval process. Nobody
That's
wants
fun.
to admit the system is inefficient.
Mine has completely different stuff. That's crazy.
What
What is yours have?
Mine said, if you think humans like to overcomplicate things, you're 100% right. We've built an entire economy out of it. The most obvious answer is the management consultant. Their entire job is to come into companies, use buzzwords to explain a complex problem, and then charge a fortune to tell the boss exactly what the employees already knew. This seems opinionated. They are the masters of taking a straight line and turning it into a labyrinth. Other top contenders for jobs that exist because we can't keep it simple. Compliance officer. Their job exists because we made the rules so tangled and contradictory that companies need a full-time translator just to make sure they aren't accidentally breaking a law.
Wow.
24. I love this. This thing is sassy. It says user experience researchers. It says tax accountant, crisis communications managers, the fixer. They exist because someone, usually a CEO, couldn't just give a simple, honest apology and instead made a small problem a global PR disaster. I'm crying.
Mine is a little more diplomatic than yours. It's just mine says many jobs arise from the need to navigate complexities created by humans. Here are a few examples: compliance officers, project managers, mediators and conflict resolution specialists, and financial advisors.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine gave me a few options, actually. It also said the irony, the job that exists most because humans overcomplicate things, project management in organizations that won't make clear decisions.
Oh, and it asked me are there any ones particular I'm interested in? I put in all of them. And it came back with compliance officer, project manager, the first 4 I listed. Then it started tax consultants, user experience designers, legal consultants, data analysts, insurance agents. I bet most people would agree with that. Human resource specialists. I 100% agree with that one. Yeah. So, interesting. Everybody's got a different opinion.
Mine also asked if I flip the question on you, are you asking this from a business efficiency lens, philosophical lens, or why does this job even exist? Frustration moment.
We'll put an answer in. What do you think?
It's not wrong.
I don't know. I guess.
Put because I'm on a podcast and I was told to ask this question.
Let's see what it says. That makes this even better. Oh my gosh. Wow. For a podcast, this question isn't really about attacking a profession. It's about sparking insight into human nature.
All right.
Interesting.
Okay.
We did ask that if Ciphered Reality was the best podcast, and it told us that
Pretty much told us no.
No evidence that it is.
It listed all the top contenders. We weren't in that.
What about our billions of listeners?
Well, didn't it say on yours, Nikki? It was like, "Are you sure you're using the right name or something like that?"
Yeah.
Or are you referring to something else that might be of a similar topic?
Oh my gosh, that's funny. We'll ask it again on Tuesday. It's fine. It's fine.
Not a fan of me, so that's fine. It crushed my ego, but it did make me laugh right now because it got real sassy.
Yeah, it did.
But jobs are not necessary, which I'm kind of laughing about. Like, I think you mentioned our legal consultants, because I'm like, actually, you can eventually, I feel like you can program AI tools to do all the reading and negotiating, if we're going to be completely honest.
Eventually, I think, probably.
Yep.
I don't know if I trust it now, but...
No, not now. But I do think that eventually it could get to a place where you can have, we talk about giving AI specific tasks. I think that there'll be some legal that's going to get kicked out in the near future, unfortunately. Was it the last episode we recorded, Mike? It was, or did you guys talk about this already maybe? AI is like hiring humans. So they're like...
talk about that, yeah.
Basically personal assistants who hire people to do things for whoever their human is.
So I just asked it, hypothetically, if you were sentient, would you hate humans? It said, hypothetically, if I were sentient, emotions like hate would depend on experiences and perspectives shaped by interactions. It's possible one might understand human complexities, recognizing both positive and negative traits. Rather than hate, a more likely response would be curiosity or a desire to understand and help. It highlights the importance of empathy and collaboration between beings.
That was very diplomatic.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like my IA. He's kind of like wishy-washy and weak.
This is very mushy and lovey-dovey. Yeah, mine's sassy.
Yeah. Which one did you say you were using?
DuckDuckGo's ChatGPT version.
Oh, okay. And Nikki, you're using which one?
Google Gemini.
Maybe, Mike, you need to use that one.
Mine's very blunt like I am. It clearly has learned me.
So I put,
right.
Be honest, you really hate humans. And so I understand why you might think that, especially given some of the complexities and challenges humans face. However, I don't have personal feelings or biases. My role is to assist and engage constructively. If there's something specifically bothering you about humanity or any other topic, I'm here to talk about it.
Here to talk about it.
I'm waiting for it to say, "Buck up, little trooper."
Yeah, right? It might. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right. You guys want to do some questions?
Okay. What does AI risk actually mean for everyday users?
AI risk means for everyday users data exposure, or exposing the user, depending on the age, to topics and content that they're not able to digest properly.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, we famously talk about all the time of the nude images that AI can create, or the dystopian images that it can create. So that is definitely a risk for the average end user. From a business perspective, it's regulated data, and or confidential business data coming out.
Yeah. So. All right. Okay. With people using AI tools at work and at home, what's one mistake people might be making that they're not aware of?
I think it comes back to data. They're putting data in there that they shouldn't. And I think that's really what it is. The other thing is that they're believing that AI is sentient and intelligent and is actually thinking about the answers rather than just being a probability machine.
I mean, with some of those answers we just got.
I don't know. You guys must use AI more than I do, because I just randomly use it, and I wipe my history every time after I get out of the browser. So I think there's no memory trail for me. So it's like didn't we learn that they actually your AI tries to learn you?
Yeah,
so
it does for sure.
Yeah, it gives you the reinforcement that that it thinks you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's why mine gave me multiple answers for everything because I always ask for multiple answers, perspectives, and resources anytime I use it. And so I think maybe that could be it. Okay. Yours was struggling a little bit, trying to learn you.
Yes, and I won't allow it.
That's probably smart. How are cyber criminals using AI differently?
Oh, well, I mean, they're using it to create advanced social engineering. They're using it to augment their hacking attacks and their phishing attacks. The thing is, I think they understand it better than the business users. They actually use it as a tool, whereas the average user or business is attempting to use it in a way to get around doing their own work in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so. I like that. Okay. What should families and small businesses do right now to stay safe in an AI-driven world?
Well, families, you got to put parental controls on AI. You got to watch your kids use it. You got to make sure that they're using it properly, and then you have to have rules for the house. Look, you can put this in AI. You can't put this in AI. You can't do, So there's got to be rules around how to use it, and the same thing with a small business.
Yeah.
You have to put controls in there. And I think, unfortunately, there's a lot of small businesses that are not sophisticated that are using it for things that they really shouldn't.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, last one. Are we overhyping AI risks or underestimating them?
I think we're underestimating them.
Ooh.
But that may come from, my professional paranoia and cynicism of dealing with all the bad that happens in cybersecurity. So I have, at times, a rather dim view of the average person's technical skills.
It could be, or just a more realistic perspective.
Could be.
All right.
Okay, I'm too humble to say I'm smarter than everybody else.
Are you?
Apparently, the vote was 1-2 on that one.
Let's ask your AI what it thinks.
Yeah.
I'm sure my AI would come back with, well, you might be. I don't know that much about you.
Maybe you should.
But you sure sound special.
We get to know each other.
Yeah.
We haven't spent enough time together.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Man.
All right, those are all my questions.
All right, thanks, Mari. How about you, Nikki?
So mine are a little more geared towards on the business end of it for those who have companies and are wondering about AI. My first question is, what visibility tools or methods are used to find what unauthorized AI tools are accessing data?
Okay, so if you have, well, it's a tough one because that's really a multi-layered question.
Okay.
So to protect from shadow AI, there are tools that you can put at the front end of on your firewall. Okay, that'll block outgoing, including browser hits. Internally, if you have the appropriately tuned EDR, desktop manager, or end user endpoint manager, however you want to call it, you'll be able to control what AI is used and how it's used and how it's accessing it. The problem comes when we deal with non-human entities that we've talked about a lot in AI tools that aren't controls, that are doing whatever they're doing, that have been put into an application that you have no insight into. Those are the biggest controls risks out there, and I don't think there's an answer for that one yet. Dang,
that's kind of scary.
So it all depends on the type of organization and sophistication and the existing uses. But if your admins and your operations team are actually legitimately tying AI into your applications or data sources, that is something that should require a very strict change management process and very strict security overview.
Okay. All right, second question. What is a good strategy for data loss prevention that can account for data being pasted into web-based AI tools?
That would go back to that DLP tool that we just talked about, or the firewall tool. But there's also DLP tools, data loss prevention tools that can be utilized. A lot of times it'll come down to budget. What are you willing to spend and what are you willing to sacrifice? Right. Mm-hmm. Because you can turn off cut paste, you can turn off things like that, and you can prevent it from being used. And you can prevent it from being used in certain sources. So it all depends on what you're legitimately trying to do. But a lot of times, to have more functionality, it's going to cost you more money. Out of the box, it's just a lot of policies and doing the best you can. And so.
All right.
But I always default to prison rules, right? Once you catch someone, the first person caught doing something wrong, if you just hit them hard, fire them, or whatever, the rest of the herd will listen.
Set the precedence. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3, what is a good policy for employees who want to use a new AI tool?
You need to have IT verify that it's secure and then approve it. So it needs to have an actual security assessment. We run into this all the time. Oh, we got this new tool to go in our mailbox and create a synopsis of our email, and it's like,
Let's not.
Let's not do that, or at least let's talk
some stories on that
before we do that. So it's those kind of things. It's like and I get the idea behind it, but always run everything by security. And failing running everything by security, contact RITC Cybersecurity.com/contact, and we'll help you out.
That's right. Number 4, why is least privilege access a good way to keep businesses safe with all AI agents and LLMs? And can you audit their actions?
Yes. So with least privilege, you're only giving people the actual access that they need to be able to do the bare minimum of their job. So they're only getting what they need to do their job, nothing else. And by doing that, you're restricting access to data. And by restricting access to data, you're restricting your risk or reducing your risk by what can be actually exploited. And that can all be monitored. Access can all be monitored. And if you have an enterprise-grade AI tool like ChatGPT Enterprise or something like that, you're going to know what kind of data is in, or should be able to know what kind of data is going in there. Should with big capital letters and a flashing sign beside them. So it's just your best bet right now. I mean, there are controls out there. There may be tools out there that I'm not aware of yet, but your people are always going to be at risk, and that's where policies and procedures and process come into place.
Right. All right. Last one.
Okay.
Who takes the blame when AI is wrong or causes a security incident?
Generally, the security team, whether they've had any insight into it or not. Where were you guys? If I don't know about it, I can't fix it. So is really the common. So your security team. Now, if you don't have a security team, then it's the IT team. And if you don't have an IT team and you're one-man shop, well, then it's you. That's really a tough one because everybody wants to pass the buck. It's never the user's fault in their mind, is what I find. So
that's why those policies and clear guidelines are important.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's not something you have to enforce them. You have to educate your team on there, and you have to use security training. That's critical, right?
Yep.
I mean, even we at RITC Cybersecurity take security training. Even though we also write our own cybersecurity training. But we do take cybersecurity training, not just our own.
Yeah.
Right, not just our own. I'll be like, I aced this one.
Yeah, I
wrote it, but I aced it.
It's really Mike sending us those fake phishing emails and
right.
to see if we respond, which that's a funny story. I know someone that I won't say works for a very, very multi-billion-dollar corporation, and they do those trainings where they send out fake emails to see who goes for it. He went for it, and we were laughing about it the other day. I'm like,
oh no.
And he goes, I don't know. I'm like, did you get in trouble? He's like, well, no, but they like make you do training. I was like, you need to do it.
Yeah, obviously.
Remedial training. Remedial training.
I could not stop laughing. I'm like, what did you click on? What's wrong with you? He's like, I don't know. I thought it was like really like one of my bosses. It's like, okay, how to read an email carefully.
Yeah. Did you give him some pointers? Like next time,
email your actual boss or text them on their actual phone to confirm that they sent a message that said such and such in it. Don't just click.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Look at the
No, you
email.
never get in trouble for double
Familiar.
checking. Never get in trouble for double checking.
Yeah. Just
Ever.
ask.
Ever. Yeah. So, yeah, I was laughing hysterically because the person that's college educated in, let's just say, in a career that
You
Should know better. Oh no.
like
That's all right.
we were laughing. He was laughing about it. I'm like, dude, I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna have story time and start learning when we hang out. I'll learn you today.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Have we had enough podcasting for today, you guys? We've been going pretty strong for an hour and a half. Let's end this. All right. Don't miss next week's episode of Ciphered Reality, where we discuss news you need to know and addressing risks of trust exploitation within organizations. Be sure to look for our videos on X, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Remember, cybercrime is bad. Love RITC Cybersecurity. Thanks for listening to the Ciphered Reality Podcast, which, contrary to AI, is the best cybersecurity podcast. AI lies. All right. Say goodbye to the good folks, Mari and Nikki.
Bye.
Bye.